Okay. Alright. Oh! With the recent announcement of Rocket League going free to play, and in result, the increased surge of Rocket League players incoming, I thought it would be a good idea to cover my top tips for beginners in Rocket League to give fresh players a better understanding on what things may help them improve tons at an early level. Without further ado, let us begin. Starting off, we want to be looking at what video settings you may be running, as this will affect your gameplay greatly. Take time to adjust these settings to your likings, but prioritize getting at least 60 FPS, as anything lower may cause you motion sickness or make becoming a better player much harder. I recommend running something like what I have here on screen, but despite what settings you may be running, be sure to uncheck motion blur, as it won't help you at all, and in fact it will just make it harder to see what's going on. The next thing that I would like you to change is that god awful default camera settings. Those won't help you much in game, so I recommend changing them to something like what I have here on the screen, or choosing the balanced preset. With any settings that you choose, be sure to uncheck this monstrosity. You'll thank me later. The third point that I cannot stress enough is do the tutorial, and I mean both of them. This will cover every button you will need on either your controller or your keyboard. It will help you get a general grasp of how to move around the field and the core mechanics. I went on for 20 hours without even knowing that double jumping was a thing, and when I actually sat down and did the tutorial, I was performing much better than before. I see so many people in Plat, Diamond, or even Champ at times that haven't taken the time to learn how to drift correctly. Learning how to Powerslide properly can help with recovering from bumps, turning around quicker, conserving momentum, dribbling, just about anything you can think of. An exercise that I often have people do is like so. Begin parallel to the boost pad closest to one of the nets. You want to hold down boost and don't let go. When you're about to make it to the second closest boost pad to a net, be it the opposite net that you started from, you begin your drift. You want to begin your drift as you're turning and stop it a split second before your car is directly facing the wall. You want to repeat this until you can master it. Once you get it consistently, swap sides. Learn it both sides, and you will be set. You wouldn't want to fly a plane if you don't know how to land it. So before we learn how to reach for the stars, I'll show you how to come back from them. What you want to be doing is just drive to one of these sidewalls and fall. Notice how your car lands on its roof? Well, we don't want that. Let's try driving up the wall and falling again, except this time we're going to use a handy feature called air roll. When you fall off the left wall, you want to air roll to the left. When you fall off the right wall, you want to air roll to the right. This little exercise will get you used to landing on your wheels, help keep your momentum, and in general helping you recover much faster. There are three main types of aerials. Single jump aerials are taught in the tutorial and involve you just jumping, leaning your car back, and boosting. They're your core basics and the first ones you want to learn. Double jump aerials are a little bit more situational, and they involve pressing jump twice, leaning your car back, and then boosting. These are very helpful in low boost situations, along with awkward aerials that take place right above your head. And finally, fast aerials. Fast aerials are arguably the most useful type of aerial in the game, but the hardest to pull off. They involve you holding boost during the entire thing, jumping, leaning your car back, and jumping immediately after. They get you in the air the fastest, but require the most preparation to take off. Focus on learning all of them, and once you get the hang of it, I recommend trying out this training pack. It was one of the ones that helped me out the most when I first began, and helped me with my aerial accuracy. I want to give an honorable mention to basic dribbling. Learning the basics of dribbling is very important, however, it's not necessary for most situations. Many players that I know have gotten away with ranking up without ever focusing on it in the first place. However, it can create shot opportunities in the long run. I'm going to be going over this more in depth when I release the intermediate version of this guide. Now for the main occasion, actually hitting the ball. Up to this point, I've explained nothing but car control, but it was for a good reason. You are the driver. The car won't hit the ball, you will. And if you don't know how to move around, you can't hit the ball as consistently or easily. One thing that's very important at a low level is hitting the ball with good power. Mastering this skill at an early stage will truly help you improve at a much quicker rate than you normally would be able to. Hitting the ball with power can save you from a situation where your team is in trouble, or can help you take advantage of a mistake that an opposing team makes. Here's another training pack I recommend doing, as it will help you with your shooting accuracy and your shot power. My recommendation is to keep on practicing this pack until you can repeatedly score a goal of at least 60 miles an hour or 100 kilometers an hour, as that tends to be strong enough for people not to be able to easily save it at a low level. And just like that, you're ready to go into your first match. In about half an hour's work, you've improved much faster than you would have just playing match after match after match and ruining any chances that you had at achieving a high rank. Trust me, I learned that lesson the hard way. Closing off, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to drop a like and maybe a subscribe. It helps out a ton and it gives me hope that I'm actually helping out some of you out there. If there are any mechanics or questions that you may have or want me to cover, be sure to drop it down in a comment down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I hope you all have a wonderful day and I'll see you in the next video.